What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video and welcome to your stimulus check update, stimulus package, and infrastructure update and daily news report for Wednesday, May 19th. So there's a lot that is going on right now. What we are hearing at this point is everybody wants to get back to their normal lives. However, some experts say that is the difficult part because what is actually normal, and is normal the right thing to do? Here's what we know. Before the pandemic, roughly 50% of Americans said they could not afford a $400 unexpected expense. They couldn't afford it. That would just bankrupt them. We also know millions of Americans stated that they didn't have enough food to eat. This was before the pandemic. Not today, not during the pandemic, which we're still in. Okay, this was before. And over 500,000 people in the United States were homeless before the pandemic, which has only gotten worse. So, lawmakers right now are asking, why should we go back to normal? Because normal was not good enough. Normal is what is causing all these problems. Everybody wants to go back to normal. They want to go back to their previous lives where they worked 40 hours a week and yet were still in poverty. Many lawmakers say that this is not acceptable. We cannot do this. We have to provide more. We also know experts say that the new normal must have some major changes. This includes providing for seniors. This includes providing for people on Social Security, veterans, and those that are unable to work. The United States is great if you are working, if you are making a decent, livable wage. However, if you are not, if you cannot pay for your rent or your mortgage, you cannot pay to have a, let's say, a vehicle or some form of transportation, even if it's a bus pass. The United States, if you cannot afford the basic things, then no, this is not a great place to live because it can be very, very expensive. So, what we know at this point is that lawmakers say that we need to provide more. We need to provide for those that cannot work and do not receive any income or a very low income. So this means we should provide an additional stimulus check. We should provide, additional assistance to low-income earners. And yes, a stimulus check would be a great start, but that would just be a boost. Just like a boost in unemployment income is just a boost to get you back into the workforce, get you back into looking for a job. So what we're hearing right now is many lawmakers want to see additional tax credits. They possibly want to see lowering the tax rate for low-income earners, even lower than where it is. Okay. We also know they're talking about even expanding eligibility for government assistance programs. And that's the other issue is, okay, if somebody is working, they're working their minimum wage job, let's say $7.25 per hour. If they're making, let's say, $1,000 per month, are they still eligible for some of these programs? Some programs, no. You are not eligible because you make over the income limit. And so that's the other issue is some lawmakers are saying that we have to expand this because right now everything is increasing, which means that more people should be going into these programs. But that's not the way it actually is. In some cases, it's becoming harder and harder to be accepted into some of these different programs or these different government assistance programs. So we will see what happens there. But lawmakers are looking at all avenues. They want to make sure the American people are taken care of, and now is the time to do it. What we know is that certain programs have been broken for years. We know this. We see this all the time. And what we know right now is that lawmakers want to see a push for additional Social Security assistance. There's a group of lawmakers currently pushing President Biden, and they want to see an increase in Social Security benefits. They say it has not kept up with inflation, and it's far from it. They also want to see that the people that are receiving Social Security benefits, that their income is not capped where it is currently capped. Right now, what I can tell you is that Social Security is pretty much keeping every single recipient in poverty simply because of the caps and limitations on it. So because of that, lawmakers say that we need to do more, we need to provide additional assistance, and we must do it now. I have heard you guys in the comments, I've seen it so many times, I've even read other comments on other channels. Okay, I've even gone to Stephen Gardner or Stephen Gardner, whatever his name is, gone to his channel, read through some of the comments there, and a lot of you guys are asking the same questions about Social Security, about additional assistance for people that do not have a family, that aren't going to receive that child tax credit come July 15th. I've even gone to Clear Value Tax, It's Jimmy, Meet Kevin, right? I've gone to a bunch of these different channels to see, are the same questions being asked? And they are. The comments are there. Everyone wants to know, what about us? What about us on Social Security? What about us on that are veterans? What about us that don't have a family? What about us? And that's what lawmakers are discussing at this point is, what about us? What should we provide? What do the American people need? And here's the other issue, because this is something that we're starting to see, is that some lawmakers are saying that we should wait, okay? And just hear me out before you go ahead and bash them, because I get the point. I understand where everyone else is coming from, but we can't afford to wait. But lawmakers are saying, no, let's just wait. Let's wait until we can get back to our districts. We can go and talk to our constituents when we take our long recess over August. That's the time where lawmakers are saying that's where we're going to find the most answers. That's where we will determine what the American people actually need. And this is where they will see firsthand with their eyes exactly what their district needs, what the people of their state needs. So, what I can tell you right now is studies are showing that certain areas of this country are going to be impacted a little bit more than others. Some are going to be negatively impacted. Some will actually benefit from the additional assistance that is coming out. It makes no sense as of right now, according to reports, for a low-income family to stay on government assistance or to stay on or try to go and get a job when they can just stay on government assistance, because trying to find work, trying to find a quality daycare center, and winding up making the same amount of money at the end makes absolutely no sense. So this is what experts are saying, according to reports, is it makes no sense for some people that are on government assistance to go and do all these other things, all these extra things like finding a job, getting quality daycare, and then in the end, after paying all their bills, struggling, they're pretty much in the exact same boat. So some say that this system is rigged and it's meant for every single person in it to simply fail. We know stimulus checks have helped out millions of people. Yeah, we know this. We've seen this. We've seen the benefits behind a $1,200 stimulus check, a $600 stimulus check, and a $1,400 stimulus check. We've seen it. We know that it is pretty much like a shot in the arm, gives you new life. But that's the thing. While stimulus checks have helped millions of Americans, they've also helped a large portion of the retail stores as well. We've seen the reports over the past few days how Target and Walmart are doing quite well due to the stimulus checks coming out. Walmart's CEO is saying that we need an additional stimulus check as well. But why do you think that is? Do you think he gets one? Do you think the Walmart CEO is going to get a stimulus check? No, he's not going to get a stimulus check. He cites that spending does pick up quite a bit once new stimulus checks go out. And this just proves that the American people are waiting for additional assistance to come their way. We know this. This is something that we've seen. Lawmakers know it's there. Lawmakers know how the American people are feeling and what they're going through at this time. But some lawmakers just don't care. And the reason for this isn't because maybe they really don't care. It is because this is not considered a priority for the Biden administration. And I don't want to bash President Biden and the Biden administration. Okay, I've done it before. I've done it with the previous administration. It doesn't matter who's in office. I'll bash either a Republican or a Democrat. I don't care. Simply because, right now the American people have been proving that they are still suffering and they need additional help. And with the cost of inflation, okay, with the rising prices of gas, everything right now is becoming a huge issue. And a lot of people, the lower income individuals, the lower income families, those are the ones that are negatively impacted by this. Okay, not the high income earners. High income earners don't care if gas goes from $3 a gallon to $3.08. The additional 8 cents per gallon is not going to make or break them. But for somebody that is, pinching pennies to pay for food and to pay for their rent, those are the people that are negatively impacted. And a handful of experts say that a $2,000 monthly stimulus check would be great. However, this should not be a take it or leave it type of offer. And this is something that some say Bernie Sanders is not trying to push the $2,000 per month stimulus check and say, hey, we need this or else we either need this or we have nothing. He's not trying to do that. He's not trying to say, give me $2,000 per month or else I don't vote for these things. He's not doing that. It's not a take it or leave it type of offer. What we're hearing at this time is that the $2,000 per month is where many progressives are starting, but they've also already provided some concessions saying, oh, well, let's just do $2,000 as a one-time payment. And some even said, oh, let's just do $1,000 as a one-time payment. So right now what we're hearing is that we know that progressives are willing to come down. It's how the Biden administration perceives this. Are they willing to come up? Okay. Will we see a fourth stimulus check? The American people as of right now, according to reports, some say that they would benefit from as low as $500 each. If the American people just received $500 each for the low-income earners, $500, that would be a huge boost. For a family of four, that would be $2,000 as a one-time payment. That would be used for food, services, goods, gasoline, right? It would be used for all these things. Rent. It would be used for a lot of things. And this would be life-changing for many low-income earners. That is what the reports say. This is especially going to be true in states that are losing their federal unemployment benefits as well. This is something that I've been trying to talk about over the past week, how some states were discussing canceling their unemployment benefits a little bit early. Well, now we know, or as of yesterday, it was 21 states. As of this morning, it is about to be 22 states. And again, it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. According to reports, the Biden administration is not going to step in. They will not prevent these states from canceling the federal unemployment benefits, and they're not going to look for a workaround to try to provide additional assistance to these state residents. What we know is that the Biden administration, according to reports, is somewhat on board with canceling the federal unemployment benefits because there have been There are some reports that say that, yes, the $300 per week boost has been negatively impacting people looking for a job. But the Biden administration and all Democrats say that, no, this is not the case. And this is not the reason why the unemployment rate is currently where it's at. And some economies are struggling to open up simply because there's not enough employees out there to work in those businesses. But yesterday, I mentioned the 21 states that have been already confirmed that they will be canceling their unemployment benefits a little bit early. I left out one state because even as of this morning, okay, yesterday it was true, but even as of this morning, the state of New Hampshire, they will be canceling their federal unemployment benefits a little bit early. However, there's no confirmed date, and that's what I was waiting on. What I can tell you right now is the other 21 states, many of them, I think there's like 4 or 5, that will be canceling their unemployment benefits as early as June 12th. Okay, so less than a month away. So a lot of people were anticipating they're going to have a full month. They can start looking for a job. They can get their resumes in, and hopefully they will be, accepted and they can start working in the next month. That would be great. But the reports now are that there's so many people out there applying for jobs that now employers have almost a pick of the litter. They can go and, I have 8 different applicants for this job of janitor. All right, well, let me see which one I can probably get the cheapest rate on. I want to see which one I don't have to pay the most money to. And that's what we're going to look for. That's where we're going to hire those people. And so now what we're seeing is it's almost going to be a race to the bottom. It's like, okay, well, I'm going to go with applicant number 1. Again, this is just what we're hearing. Let me know if you are seeing the same thing, if you're applying for jobs, or if maybe you know other people that are. Let me know if this situation is happening to you. So what we're seeing, applicant number 1 comes in. All right, cool. Well, yeah, we'd like to hire you. We're paying, $7.50 per hour. Is that good for you? No, it's not good for you. Okay. Well, we'll call you later. Applicant number 2. All right, yeah, I really would like you to come and work for us. We're paying $7.50 per hour. Is that good for you? No? Okay. Well, we will call you later. Applicant number 3 comes in. Oh, you'll work for $7.50 per hour? Perfect. All right, you start tomorrow. That's what we're going to see. Is before, okay, when the job applications were, they were rare. There wasn't a lot of them out there. A lot of people weren't looking for jobs. The businesses were willing to pay more. But now, and I want to bring this up because I saw in a fast food restaurant, I'm not going to say which one, okay, but a fast food restaurant where I live, they actually said it was $14.50 per hour that you would get paid, okay? That was as of Sunday. I believe it's Sunday, okay? As of last night, it went from $14.50 per hour down to $14.25 per hour. Okay, so now that there's more applicants coming back, what we're going to see, and again, I live in Washington State. Washington State is not one of the states that is going to cancel their unemployment benefits a little bit early. But now what we're seeing is they went from $14.50 per hour down to $14.25, and this just happened over 1 or 2 days. So that's what we're going to see. So let me know down in the comment section below if you are seeing the exact same thing where you live as well. Now, the goal with President Biden has been with the United States, is to lead the United States through a full recovery, right? He had his whole American recovery plan, right? And the goal was to provide the American people with some assistance and some relief and get them back on their feet. Well, experts worry that President Biden is not the right person for this job, that he does not have what it takes. They say that his eyes are only focused on infrastructure at this time, and while that is being currently hung up in Congress, there's other issues taking place. For instance, the issue at the border, okay, that's a big one. And yet there's not a lot of talks on this. You turn on the news and watch mainstream media, and there's talks on everything else, but a little bit on the border. But yet the border is a big issue. We'll see what happens there. What I can tell you is that right now, over the next probably couple of weeks, but most likely the next month and a half until we get to July, right? We're going to see a lot of discussions on different things. Now, I don't know if we're going to have any headway regarding stimulus. I don't know if we're going to see any progress regarding infrastructure. But I can tell you today, on Wednesday, May 19th, we should get a report. We should get some insight and some information regarding the Republican proposal for infrastructure. If this is the case, this means we are getting a little bit closer. And one thing that I can tell you is right now, what I'm looking for is I want to see the Republican proposal. I want to see it right around $800 to $1 trillion. If it's between $800 and $1 trillion, that means Republicans are willing to negotiate. If it's under $800 billion, I'll tell you right now that Democrats are going to feel pretty much shafted by this, and they will probably not even move forward with a bipartisan deal or try to get a bipartisan deal. They'll just move forward with the budget reconciliation. So we do know that the infrastructure package needs to be pretty much handled and completed as far as the negotiations a little bit by the end of this month. Because if they are, it's going to take a little bit for the committees to get together to go through the entire budget reconciliation, which hopefully, according to Nancy Pelosi, this would be passed before July 4th. So we will see what happens there, but as I know more, I promise I'll come back and share all the new information and all the new details with you. Just want to thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing so I can continue to keep you updated on everything that's going on, and I'll see you guys on the next one.